Hello and welcome along again then, gents and ladies and anybody else that may be watching. This is the squad ahead of season 5. I've promised for a long time I'm going to basically do a full recruitment video rather than just keep playing it off camera. I've started the day the transfer window opens, but I may not do any business until the end of June at least, because I kind of like to get my full squad back and make some decisions on player transfers and stuff like that. So we will just start nice and easy, just sat forward a few days, see if we get any offers, stuff like that, because I've said one's on international duty at the minute. I think there's one player I want to go back in for in a minute. This guy looks okay. As a defender, he's got some good stats. His bravery could be higher, but potentially want to sign. I'd like him to have played more first team football, if I'm honest, but that's another potential signing. What I will probably do is, as I get closer to the end of June, I will start, as promised, to kind of ramp up my recruitment. I've no idea how long this video will last. It's literally, I'm just going to take you through the start until I complete my recruitment, basically until I'm either out of money or there's just no one else I want to sign. So here we go, we've had some bids in, been waiting for this. Ollie Watkins, they want to give me Spreadsheet back. Oh, did that not work out for you guys? Did that not prove to be a good deal? What's he got left on his contract? 2028. He's got 3 years left on his contract. He's 29. Last season he did okay. I'm not accepting that. I don't. As much as I like Spreadsheet, he's also 29, and I don't really, see the point in getting him back when I think I've got better options at the club. So that is politely declined, Brian. Right, this one is a lot more interesting because Bailey was big time key man for me at times last season. Again, he's been wildly inconsistent. I just think I'd want to push him to activate that release clause. So I'm going to reject it and he'll probably kick off. I'm shocked that he wants to go, considering how poor they're doing currently. Yeah, he wants a huge increase in pay. Yeah, if they come in with 71 million, I can't stop you. And I've long said that I think that'd be a massive profit on the player that is creeping towards the kind of time I'd sell him anyway. So that's my thoughts on the Leon Bailey situation. Again, you'd think I must be mad selling a player that was that instrumental off the bench for me, but I've long said that if I get a good figure for him, I would accept it. Let me just double check I've got 100%. Yeah, I thought I would do. So again, I could purely reinvest that 71 million should they come on with it. They might not come back with an offer now, but you have to try. Arsenal making offers for Jorginho. Again, what I'm possibly missing out on by not doing my deals immediately is the fact that, people are getting deals done and I might not be. This guy, composure could do with being a bit higher, but he's got some strong. 6'2". Looks okay. Not really played enough for my liking though. Promising midfielder. 5 million for another fullback. Not interested. No, that's too much money. No. But we'll keep going. We'll see if anyone comes back in for a bid. I definitely wasn't accepting that Brighton offer though. Not for me, that. That's another player I've signed, hopefully. We'll get our Champions League draw done. Not paying that. Is anyone no longer interested? No, I'm still interested. I think Chelsea will come in with a full 71 if I'm honest. I can't see them not doing. No, I'm happy to let him go. May live to regret it, but I have absolutely loads of wingers. Joe behind McAnuff, the new Rochdale manager. Interesting for this game. But yeah, when everyone's come back in, I'm going to make some decisions about sales. Like I said, if I get a bid that I can't turn down, then that forces my hands, but yeah, he's proven to be gone down. Only San Marco's the last resort. It's a shame. Hugo Jesus. Oh, he looks okay. See if we can steal it. What's he playing? No nonsense. Just ball playing. It's not as good as the previous people, but it's cheaper. But he wants a lot a week. That's a lot of money a week. I can't just keep signing because then I won't be able to sign anybody else. I've got limited amounts. Pick him up for absolute pennies. Again, he's not got a work permit, but what did happen off camera is someone that I signed in January, they didn't get a work permit, actually got a work permit second time round. Again. So has he gone back to the club he was at? No. Yeah, we picked him up from Iran for absolute pennies. That's what old school scouting still helps you in this game. Surround yourself with a great scouting department and they will find regions. Obviously, if you find them yourself, it's more satisfying, but that is a long, long process to do. Personally, it's not one I do, because I don't have enough knowledge about it, but I do let my scouts do it. Sometimes you'll get that ticks both, that you'll see a player that's a region that also looks quality on the spreadsheet, and then, you know, double win, innit? Because you're guaranteed that he's going to be good for the roles, and you also know that he's, you know, a lot of potential. I've signed a lot of regions over the past 6 months on this serve. I want to keep some money back just in case. Looks like nobody's coming back in. Interestingly, I thought they would come back in. Everyone's after this Hugo Jesus lad. That's a bit more like it. Wage demand's come down massively now, but he's also apparently not as good. And a big, better left back. Okay, we'll throw our ring in the hat. Can't hurt, can it? Absolutely cannot hurt. Get rid of that. Get rid of that entirely. I'd say I won't pay you 60 a week, but I'll pay you this if you want to come. No, that's fine, not that bothered. Very stick to my guns when it comes to that kind of thing with recruitment. I'm not going to bend over for a player, especially a player like that, who I was never really 100% interested in to begin with. It's fine by me if he rejects me. Someone's gone in for Leonardo though. That was someone I had my eye on for a while. So an advanced forward. Again, the wages he wants though. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a guy that's going to be third string. Well, I'll live to regret not signing him. Ooh, that's a tricky one. I'll pass it. I'll pass it. We can strengthen Leeds. I've got Sesko and Vitinha. There's no way he's going to get the necessary amount of football when I've got one striker. No, there's no way I'm interested in it. Right, come on, get all my loan players back. Surprised these have not been offered new deals. What's he on already? Deal. There's a quality coach on this game. See on already? 8. 8 with a relegation wage drop. Set the same wage, mate. Set the same wage, there we go. I don't know anything about him. He looks good scout though. What's he on currently? 4.5. Might have to give you a little pay rise. Okay. Graph. I think I brought him in. We'll leave that as is for now. Stephen West had significant potential. Not really seeing it, but okay. Oh, what an idiot. Well, I guess that's fair. Stephen Weston won't be getting a new deal, that's fair, I guess. Accidentally clicked set for one too many times. He's gone up again. Looked at him last season. I think it's better, to be honest. I think there's better. McNeil again going cheap because they've been relegated. Straight away though, I've got a massive overbloated squad. Right, who's this bid coming for? Neil Morpeth. I think you've got a deal though. I think you've got a deal. You've had a season, you've obviously way down the pecking order. Yeah. It's been real Morphe. I chased you for years, but I will take the money on that, please. Which means roughly, if I've got 11 million for you, it means I got how much for Campovecchi? Really to try to load back on me, because I've sold you for 11.25, and I sold you for 27 cash. So it means that in the end I've basically got about 40 mil for Campovecchi. I think it's a good deal, especially when they're trying to give me back. Well, yeah, undeniably, I think. I mean, that was a great signing, but Fabio Vera did well. Really, though, just wanted to kind of give you an overview. I know it's going to be a longer format episode and everyone will enjoy it, but I wanted to... Yeah, sure. I wanted to give quarter-final with the Champions League minimum. Wow. Europa League, quarter-final. Okay. I wanted to just basically run through exactly how I would do my recruitment and pre-season and whatever. Nice. 80 million in TV rights, that should boost the coffers. That'll help for sure. One player I want to go for now. Had my eye in for a while. Harry Kane. Yeah, good luck with that. That's the one. I'll secure this man. Get rid of that. I don't want to pay anything to do with that. Pay the 8 mil. Wants pennies on the wages as well. Pretty much happy to give him that. You know what I've not included though that I should have included? Happy to be loaned out. That could cause me an issue. Warsaw on a friendly. Let's check out who we've got in friendlies. Obviously won't play friendlies on camera. I don't play them anyway, the assistant does it for me. But we've got Warsaw and then North Carolina and Greenville and then Besiktas. Interested? Yeah, take that. Well played, Morphe. It's the right call, that I think, my friend. Let's see out of curiosity. That goes for on the 1st of July. Back to France. Got a successful career in France. They've got in for Leonardo now. Intrigued to see who I should sell this summer. I think there's quite a few. He should get a work permit. I mean, if he doesn't, I'll sign him anyway. But interested. Interesting move. Oh, does that mean they're out? Right. So, we've approached July 1st. Another friendly. Franny Barker a new deal now, actually. Yeah, there's a few though that I think need new deals. Tyrone I think is going to leave. Carney again I think is going to leave. Ramsey can leave. McBride. Let's just have a look. I don't know why that has come up. McBride can leave. Riley can leave. Chad Rowler I'm going to keep, but I'm not going to give a new deal yet. Barker's offered one. Jimmy O'Keefe, similar story. Turnbull, similar story. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. I attend this just to basically. Yeah, he would be great, but I don't have that kind of money. He's priced out now, I'm not going for him. Yeah, okay. Okay. Just to basically have a look what they see. I don't really use this to shape my signings, I just want to interest. To see who they think I should sign. Sometimes we're way out, sometimes it's, for example, that could be a good region. So we'll certainly scout him. Same again. Could be a great region. Scout. Already signing him hopefully. Again, if you stomp up the 71 is yours. Perfect. So that's reinvesting that more pay money. And it's trimmed the squad as well, same time. It's always a good thing. Always a good thing. I've got the dreaded wait while we wait for everything to come through. Okay, come on. So where I'm going to struggle is my wages. Because when everyone comes back, right, that's perfect, you know, welcome your friend, good man. Keep. Dom Raven's been released, that's a shame. Keep. Don't think you're any good, eh? Stuart Young. I don't think you're good enough for me, Stuart. We'll leave you. We'll leave you. We'll release you. We'll release you. Release you. Cameron Archer's left the club. Shame, but it's never making it really. And these are all people. Interesting that he got released. Good luck to him anyway. These are all my previous scout reports. A lot of these garbage now. I shouldn't really have them still, but I do. Prepared Saltberg. These aren't exactly the same wage in Leo. Curiosity. Already getting loan moves. That I don't want to happen. That's a shame. Looks like I've lost my performance analyst. He was very good at what he did. Why be this guy? Is that what they've offered you? Have they offered you a scout job? Anyway, let's get to it. So straight away, my wage budget's fine, not surprising me. I've got a huge squad. So the first thing we want to do, all players filtered, X all the positions out, just goalkeepers. Put on goalkeeper squad view, Control P, web page, lists, Aston Villa GK squad, season 5, window 1, save. Now, what I'll do, so you can now see other things, this time I actually will transition the camera out, so bear with me, this should happen. So now obviously, in fact, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to window mode this. So now you should see OBS, you should see FM, and you shouldn't see me anymore, but you should still hear me talking. Spreadsheets though, open this up, Control A, Control C, spreadsheet, name, paste, drag this down. So, straight away, I think I play Keeper Defend, I believe. I have to check that now. Sweeper Keeper Attack, I play, I apologise. So obviously straight away, Van der Vaart's not looking good. And Andrea Gomez has already usurped him as a backup keeper at 20. So for me, that would obviously indicate that we want Van der Vaart either out the door or out on loan. So straight away we'll go to Van der Vaart. Is he happy to be offered out? Yeah, that's fine. We'll try and get the amount for him and we'll offer him out, because there's no need in keeping him if it's just not going to be. If we can make a profit on him, great. And then that means Gomez will be our backup for the new season. So if we want to look for another keeper, again, this is where my shortlists and filters come into play. Player search. I've already got it here, but manage filters, import. Obviously don't want staff, we want players. That's me. And then these are every single one. I'll put these in a media share file in the comments so anyone can grab them if they want to look at them. But goalkeeper, sweeper keeper, attack. Now I'm obviously not going to do that because I already have it, but sweeper keeper attack, that's obviously far too many players. So okay it, edit search, up one, that's too many, up one. Okay, 55 goalkeepers though. Change this to spreadsheet GK transfer view, Control P, okay, put it in the same place. Lists, Aston Villa, GK transfer, season 5, window 1, save. Same again. Open it up, Control A, Control C. Go to transfer GK, press the, put, paste. Check to the bottom, make sure it goes all the way to the bottom of the list of players you've got. Get rid of that SI games, and then filter by sweeper keeper attack. Largest to smallest. So Unai Simon's still coming out on top. Gobo's coming out, but I don't see the need in spending that much on a deputy. And then yeah. So obviously keeper's not a position that I'm going to really strengthen. I could do, but I don't see the need because I've got Gomez coming through and I'm happy with his progress. So obviously for me, although that would be a significant improvement on what I have, it's just not worth doing with the money I have available. But that is what you would do to kind of work out your goalkeeping situation. So, next up, back to squad. All players, this time do the opposite. Push goalkeeper, tick all, untick keeper, and make sure this is now on squad view. Control P, web page, lists, Aston Villa, squad, season 5, window 1. AC, go to outfield squad, paste, sorry, wrong one, paste in name, paste, and then again, we want to be checking that this is going all the way to the bottom, because otherwise players will get missed off and it'll get confusing. Put that to the bottom, get rid of the side games because you honestly do not need it. And then, for example, let's look at the situation for ball playing defenders defend, because I'm quite certain we play at least one of them. Play 2 of them. Okay, so go back to spreadsheet, ball player defend, largest. So the best one in the squad's still Forsby. He's getting a little bit old now though. Konza, Marato are still solid options. Tapia is still an option. Praxedes will even play there. Tyrone Mings, but Tyrone Mings is 32 now. So he's on the decline for me. I think I can improve upon him this window. So I would be looking personally at selling Tyrone Mings because on his last year it's on 70 grand. And yeah, 70 grand I'd rather use elsewhere. So obviously I want to be replacing him. Kerr Smith is just not cutting the mustard, as the famous quote goes, but we'll go back. We'll go to player search. In fact, one thing to do. So Kerr Smith's now, 20, and he's not hitting the heights. So where's Kerr Smith? I don't think any of these lads are really. Where is he? There he is. So again, that's for a right back as well. That's not even for a centre back. He's 13 to 17 million. I could get from Kerr Smith. Do I give him one more chance out on loan? Was that at Braga last season? Personally, I think he's had 4 years now where he's progressed. He's just not looking like, he's going to reach what I want to reach for him. So we'll offer him out and leave that unspecified. And then you've got other defenders that are just way down the list. Quick tip, filter, unselect all, and just select centre backs if you want to just quickly look over your centre backs. So we'll do that, and then literally that's just my centre backs. Kersmith at 7-8, Aaron O'Reilly and Josh Feeney are exactly the same mould, that they're just not what they need to be. The rest of them are still, except Swin. Sven's also not. So I don't even know if Sven's not even under contract, so straight away we'll get rid of that because he's never making it. And then Aaron O'Reilly, same kind of thing, not making it, I don't think. And one more, who's the last one? Josh Feeney. Again, Josh Feeney's got a lot of value, but I don't think he's at 20. I just don't think he's cutting it. So offer him to clubs also. Now I might not get every bit of interest there, but that's basically the defence sorted, and now I know that I desperately want to recruit at centre back. So again, back to this, change this to outfield, edit search, I've got it set ready, centre, ball playing defender. Again, that's way too many hits, too many. That's a lot, but I'd rather have a lot than less. So Control P, web page, lists, Aston Villa, Aston Villa C-back transfer season 5, save. Centre back transfer, Control A, Control C, transfer outfield, rec, paste, and then obviously don't need any of these, so we can clear that off the sheet. And then same principle, back to ball playing defender, filter it by largest, and these are the best players. Again, if you're looking for a certain height or age, I mean, I personally won't want to sign anyone over the age of 28. Just get rid of these immediately. So then you're looking at Tamucci's way out of budget. Similar thing again, if you're thinking, God, I don't want to be, just get rid of all these that are just daft, that are just not in your budget, just to make it quicker for you when searching. Anyone that's massively out of budget for you, there's just no point in keeping on the list, and it just tidies it up a bit, makes it a bit easier to read. Well, read at a glance. There's obviously lots of different valuations going on here. So I don't really want to spend more than 20 million. Okay, we'll go with that. So then the best option I've got is Victor Nelson at AC Milan, followed by Bellick's on the list. He would be very cheap. But we've got David Carno, 6'5". So let's copy his name, put him into paste, have a look at him. So his history, signed from Braga for 10 mil. Ball playing defender. We can scout him, we can put him on a short list. Tell you what, first thing we'll do is shortlist, new shortlist, Aston Villa, yes. And then we'll pop that there. I'll be back momentarily, just going to check something. Back. So again, we'll go back to Garmo, we'll have a look at him, and we'll move him add him to this season's shortlist indefinitely. Then the other option was Nelson, wasn't it? So we'll have a look at Nelson also. Nelson would by far be the better option, in all fairness. But you'd have to pay a little bit more for that premium. And he's primarily a stopper. Again, do the same process. And they're the two kind of main centre backs we're looking at. If I wanted to go really cheap, Bellick's there as a cheap option at Derby, but you know, don't want mail like that. So that's centre back wise. So now we'll go to outfield squad again. And I want to look at what my fullback situation is. Fullback attack. So I've got Diaz is up there, Malsi is a left back, Cash is up there, and then my next nearest is Maitland-Niles, who's quite far down the pecking order at 75, but I'm happy to keep him. Don't think there's anyone else that plays right back there. You got Regions, a lad you've just signed, Kurt Smith, Barry Kelly, they could all go out on loan. So yeah, right back wise, I'll have a look, but it would take somebody of real quality for me to be interested in upgrading the right back situation this summer, but I'll have a look all the same. Because Maitland-Niles was a good deputy and Cash has been a very good standout performer for me. But it can't hurt to look. Control P, webpage, lists, Aston Villa. We're looking at fullback attack. And then same process as we've been doing. Turn the filter off now. Paste. And then again, don't need anyone past this point. I just dilute what we're looking for. So just delete it off and go back to fullback attack, which is there. So these two would be good, but daft money. Rosas again, daft money. Hector Bellerin, no, Kyle Walker-Peters again. You're paying quite a bit though. Zappacosta's too old for me, Lorenzo. So yeah, for me, there's nobody on there that's worth, you know, it's worth it. So back to squad. Looking at the other way, fullback support, I think it is. I've done it the wrong way around. I just want to check that. Fullback support, left back. So you've got Konza's really up there. Malacia is obviously the best option, and then followed by this Zayn Harriet, who I've just signed. So that's promising. Obviously my other left back at the minute is Christian, but he falls what looks like quite far down the list. Definitely surely not this far down. Where is he? There he is. So he's massively down at 68, so he's not really suited to the role according to the spreadsheet. But again, he's homegrown and he did well for me last season, so I don't really see any point in making a change there. Obviously full-back support. I really don't see the need in spending in this department, so onwards to next we'll be looking at anchor, I believe it is. So scouting, well, first of all let's look at who we've got. So yeah, we're looking for the anchor. So we'll look who we've got and compare it to who's available. So these are currently best anchors in the team: Forsby, Vega, Konza, Rato, Tapia, then Diaz, and then yeah. So again, really, I don't think I need to. It'd take something special for me to want to sign someone in that department, because I think I've got a lot of options there. But we will look, just out of curiosity, if nothing else. Anchor, defend. Loads and loads and loads. Yeah, so we're looking at this list of players, aren't we, really? Web page. Do it by date, make things easier. Villa, date the other way. Villa, anchor, season 5, save. Go and open it up. See, transfer outfield, paste. Don't need anyone below here on the list. Delete. Pretty simple. So now we're going here. As you can see, there's some monsters. Christian Romero's really up there. These are all too old really for me to consider. Tap stories, too much money. This lad's. So again, Victor Nelson. Maybe looks at a centre back. There's nobody here really that I'd consider that's within kind of a price range for that role. I'm going to filter this a bit because you find a lot of players that are not really any use. Sometimes, you know, if you're happy to retrain, you can absolutely retrain them. Sometimes you don't want to be bothered with doing stuff like that, and also we're just going to make it even easier on ourselves. Get rid of all these and we'll have a very short list of players. So best options, Victor Nelson I'm already interested in, and then the rest I'm priced out of, except Cazares, but I don't think I need to spend 8 mil on a player. So if we get Nelson, we've even got even more options in that department, so that's swiftly on moving on, I think, for me. Roaming playmakers next. So let's see who we've got in that role currently in terms of role suitability. Again, roaming playmaker support. So Diaz, Adley, Vieira, Praxedes are all solid options. And then your next really on the list is Ramsey. And then you're going back really. Carney again. So Carney for me is just somebody that's not making it. So Carney would be going up for transfer for me. Hopefully we can get a nice bit of money on Carney, but we'll see. Because he's nowhere near it. He's nowhere near the level it needs to be. Same for Aaron Ramsey. Now there's 2 Aaron Ramseys, I know. Again, I'll take the money because he's just not developing to the point that it'd be useful, and then obviously the rest are buy out of it. So again, it's just out of interest. I think it'd take someone special for me to consider signing, but we will look. Keep going up until you hit a point where you've got a feasible list of players. A nice round 100 there. Web page, lists, Villa, RPM, season 5, save, AC, and then you want the spreadsheet, you want to transfer outfield, you want to knock the filter off, post, and then go looking for the RPM, which is there. Before I do that though, missed a step, haven't I? Because there's loads of players here that would just not get counted. So we need to drag and drop this all the way down. And keep going across till we get back to RPM, which is there. I'm not asking you to do that. Largest. So Vitinia is straight away coming up there. That's a lot of money though. And then again, you've got a lot of high price players. So it would take a lot. Gundogan's too old. Vitinia for me, the standout. I would certainly be interested in looking at a deal for him, because he can join his friend, the other Vitinia. I think this Vitinia has just literally gone for... so we'll put him on the short list. Does he have any kind of... what's the agent saying? Okay, so, you know, that could be a marquee sign in the centre midfield for us, because we're obviously letting 1 or 2 go. So Ramsey are probably the next expense, but I'm very cautious about losing too many English players. That's the problem. I've no one really solid English. But anyway, moving on. We've got inverted winger attack. So this is going to be very interesting to look at, because I've got lots of wingers. So I'd certainly need to make sure one goes. Edwards, again, really high on this list. When Dia's approaching the kind of territory that I'd look to sell maybe now, but can I bring myself to do it? I don't know if anyone would even be interested. But it wouldn't really make financial sense to sell Buendia, because I'd effectively only really get back what I put in for him, because Villa paid so much. Edwards, again, I'm cautious about losing more English players, but if we're going down the list, Elise is the potential sale. I think if I needed to make a sale, this lad looks very good, but I want to give him a season out on loan. And then you've got Watkins coming in at 78s. Again, this lad looks okay, but I won't give him a season out on loan. And then really, it's kind of going to work the same for the other side. Yeah, it's Elise at the minute that's probably, if I needed to make a sale, he'd be the one to sell, because I'd make good profit and he's a squad player. But again, counts. So again, it would take something incredibly special in either of these 2 roles to make me consider a signing, but we're going to look anyway. I think it'd certainly be at the extent what's the word I'm looking for? Ollie Watkins would be the one to sacrifice. Web page, save. So we've done Aston Villa, and then we've done what's on the right. We're looking at inverted winger, aren't we? Season 5. Open this up. ASC. Pop this in here. Don't need anything past this point. For now, anyway. Delete. And then there we are, can find it then. So obviously there's some absolute monsters here. Brian Diaz for 45 million. Max Antonio. So again, I'd be surprised if I signed any of these, because these are all for lots of money that I know I don't really have. Torvin's there, but these are just giving you an idea here of what would be available if I went looking. Dana Ridge. But yeah, as I expected though, there's nobody. So quickly, we'll have a look at the other side, inside forward. Same process again. Not many of these to look at either. Web page, lists, Aston Villa, inside forward, season 5. Save. So again, you've kind of seen what we've already got in that position, so it would take a interesting candidate, so to speak, to make me change my mind. We don't need hardly any of these this time, because the list is so small. Just quickly get them deleted, and then just have a look what we've got available. And there's only 2 positions left. Largely the same. Obviously, Mokoko's an absolute animal in this game. He's developed incredibly well at the minute. But again, all kind of really priced out for what we're looking for. That would be the stand out, but there's just no need for me to make a deal like that, in my opinion. So, nothing there for me. So we've only got 2 positions left, haven't we? We've got the attacking midfielder and we've got the pressing forward. So we'll look for the attacking midfielder first. Obviously, same system we've been doing all day. You know how to do it in your sleep now, I'd imagine. Drag this across. Push it to the bottom. The lists are a lot bigger than I remember. No, that's fine, that makes sense. It's me being daft. And then go across to attacking midfielder. Attack. And again, you're getting similar names. This Mario's old now, Gomez is old. Coutinho's available on a free. Robin. So again, nobody really. I mean, that could be very interesting. I want to see what he looks like, because that's not a bad price for a 21-year-old. Interesting. That might be a good pickup for 25 million, because it's a cheap release clause. So again, we'll add him to the shortlist. And again, it's working out to the extent of who. and then you've got like other players. But again, it would take a very good player for me to want to make that kind of deal, because I know I've not got a lot of money. And then last but not least, pressing forward. So I've obviously got two very good pressing forwards at the minute, but I have just sold Morpia, which gives me options. Last time, Control P, lists, Aston Villa, and then we're looking at pressing forward, season 5, save. AC, just because I know I've not done it, I'm going to show you something. And then literally one bar that's not needed. That's it. Easy. So that's pressing forward attack. So they're the best options. And some interesting ones. Calvert-Lewin, Perotti's getting on. A right back, seemingly from nowhere. Nunez. So again, nobody really that's of great interest to me with the squad that I have available, in my humble opinion. So yeah, looks like no signings there. So what I want to do is just show you the current, how the cam situation is at the club. There it is. Again, very strong in that position. All solid options centrally. So again, there's no real need to. And then finally, pressing forward attack. So you've got Vitinha, Sesko, and then Raspadori can play there, and then you've got Watkins as a backup. But so basically, that's kind of what I'm looking at for this summer. I want central defence improved, and I'm willing to let a couple go. Bailey, I don't really want to let go, but if I get the right offer. I think Marcus Edwards, I'm going to give a new deal to. I think I don't want to offer him. I want to offer him that. I don't want that. And we're going to try and get him basically on as close to what he is now as possible. He's obviously going to want more, but I was considering selling him, but I just think he's the right kind of profile to keep around. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. I'm not being put into a corner negotiation wise. Then Ollie Watkins. Again, I think he's had his time in the sun for me. And we'll offer him out and see what we get. So then, in terms of the under 23s, obviously got some great players here. We want Andre Gomez. He's going to be our number 2 next season. So we want him in the first team. You've then got Swinkles is leaving, Kerr Smith, Feeney roll up for transfer. Want Luis Jose Lara to find himself a loan, because we want him to develop. We then want Rob Clark to find himself a loan for the same reason. Want him to develop. And then you've got this chap, want him to find a loan. He looks a great signing. Keep doing that by accident. Want him to find a loan. Ramsey's transfer listed. And we're thinking with McBride. We're thinking it's time to cash in. So we'll put that up for transfer. Rowley, I want a championship loan for. I think it'll make or break him. So again, at this point, I'm literally just offering out people out on loan because I want to get a full season of development elsewhere. I'd be tempted to sell Soriano, but I want to see first of all if he'll go elsewhere. Because all these people have got a real chance of being good players if they can get good development. I've got a real strong under 23s now. Richard Ellis. And then Mitch Spence, I kind of want to go back to Rochdale ideally. We'll see. He didn't do much at Walsall after I signed him. I kind of stinted his development though, so if we can send him back. So I'm going back to the development centre. Under 23s are also. So the best players here are still. So these two I want loans for, and I want in the under next season, under 23s next season. So I think they could do well. 23s, 23s, and then yeah, the rest we'll leave there. So we'll finally advance forward a day and see what kind of offers we're going to get in for people. And I'll be back in a sec. And we're back. Let's see. Obviously these all contracts expires. Some loan moves, that's good. Exactly what I wanted. Lots of interest in the same players really. Van der Vaart. I wanted better than that really. I won't make a loss on him, but I wanted a little bit better than that. I'll accept it because there's just no need keeping him on the books, but I would have hoped to have got more than that. Mings, I think 7 million's fair. I think you can go abroad. I don't want to be paying wage when I don't need to. I also don't think it's worth selling you to a Premier League club. So, Spain or France, take your pick. That's by far the best offer I have available. I also think that's a good offer. And I think all these need to match that offer. That's a shame. Won't be getting much for the lad, but yeah, we'll do that. It's interesting the way these deals are structured. A lot of them. Some of them certainly need to keep up. Yeah, I'm not. I don't madly need the money immediately, so we'll do that. I think they all merit getting accepted for their own right though. Ramsey. Again, Pauk offering the best. Ollie Watkins. I think that's probably the best. We'll accept that also. Lara. He's not going to be a squad player, I'm afraid. He needs to play first team football. He can be a regular at Swansea for me. He's not being a squad player at Reading. And he's not being a squad player at Blackburn. That's a bit annoying. He can go either of those two destinations. I'd just rather he were a squad player. You can have a boss it at Antwerp, boss it in Spain, but he's not being a squad player, I'm afraid. Peterborough. Put a percentage in next say when and you got a deal. No, okay. I'll just take these then, I think. Chad Rowley. It's not going to Swansea. Not going to Preston. It's not going to Hull. Not going to Huddersfield. You can go to Coventry. And you can go to Cardiff. They're the two options for him. Nick Rue. Again, it's much of a muchness. You can either go Sochi as a squad player, Girona, or Svizapol. Christensen, he's going to Troyes. Season in France, regular starter, all doing good. Soriano can go to Forest. They're not paying as much in wages, but it's fine. Hanover. I think his destinations in England are all going to be. Most destinations in Europe are all poor. I'd happy for him to go to Championship as a regular starter. I don't mind that. I definitely don't mind important player. As long as he's getting minutes. Ellis. Where did Richard Ellis play last season? In League One, and he did okay. I'd rather move to the Championship, but not as a squad player. He can be an important player or a regular starter in League One. See how it goes. Jones, Benjamin Jones, regular starter. Okay. And Middleton, important player in League 2. You're not being a fringe player in League 1. You're not being a fringe player in League 1. Regular starter. That's not what I wanted. Be a regular starter in League 2. And Emil Bon, interesting. Don't think any of them make any appeal to me really. And Miles Dill's nearly up. But yeah, we'll see. So pretty much that's the basis of the video done, because obviously you know who I'm interested in. I'm just at the minute raising some funds. Got a lot of players to go out on loan. couple of other people I may go back in for. Teams turning down opportunities to sign people, that's fine. I think I'll certainly be able to sign a couple more potential regions for the end of the window. But I will probably cut this video very soon, as basically you've seen everything now. It's already incredibly long, get longer than an hour. That's less than ideal. I need you to go out somewhere and play then if you don't want to go to Rochdale again. That's not good. Christensen to Troyes. Okay, you have fun. England trial day, I'm not interested in any of them. Lara to Swansea, that's fine. Tomorrow, whatever the price. It's 27 though, that's my issue there. It'd be an instant, first teamer. But he's 27. And he'd be English, which would help in that department. 32 million is a lot of money on a defender. Something I've not accepted apparently. Benjamin Jones. No. There you go. I'm just hoping to kind of get from. That's quite annoying. Sorry, Arnold's gone. It's 15 grand of his wages covered. I hope he has a good season. Spending a year in under 23 football. Aaron O'Reilly's gone. Beginning of pre-season, I think will probably be a good place to stop. And then I'll kind of finalise my recruitment off the video, and we'll come back and we'll have a look. I think we want Virginia. I think the others are not. I think we'll go for Virginia. We'll start 25 and see where we end up. No, not a chance of you getting that. Well, this isn't going very well, is it? I'll go up to 40. I'll go 35 new clauses. So yeah, we've got that deal done. It's cost me 42.5, but you know, I think he's going to be a solid addition to the midfield. The others I'm not yet convinced about. I'm just going to offer him out with no wages. Regular starter. Van der Voort, Smith. Good luck, gents. Oh, whoa. Whoa, you want a lot of money. I don't want to pay you that much money. I will pay you 150, I think is what I'm aiming for. Okay. Champions League now, you've got to expect it. We'll look on the transfer list as well while we're here. See if there's anyone that would be worth taking. Listed. Put that back on normal overview. And by transfer value. So got Bruno Fernandes interestingly on the transfer list, but a 30-year-old. When's his contract up? Contract up at the end of the season. Wow. That's certainly one to keep an eye on. Dominguez, Dembele, Brahim Diaz. Iheanacho, ball-playing defender. I think I can put in for you. No chance. That's mad. That'd be 2 players. Ferland Mendes too old. Pellegrini, there you go. Mulder. Nunez. Some very interested players available. No, I don't think Saliba's of that calibre. Adama Traore is just too old. Kind of Gallagher. It's not developed as well as I thought. And then we'll go scraping down the barrel. And get Matt Target back. Billy Gilmore. Blah blah blah. We'll keep going. I don't want any of that in. I'm going to put this down. we get him at about 100? 105. What are you currently on? 110. Yes, would you like to take a £5 pay cut to join Aston Villa? I can't see him accepting that, but you know, we've tried. We've tried, there's not more I can say. There's not a lot more I can say. I think if I get these 3 Portuguese lads, I've certainly strengthened the spine, but at what cost? It's the English that I'm going to struggle with, I think. Yeah, it's fine. Fail at the Gold Cup. Beginning of pre-season. Yeah, okay. Okay. Code of conduct. Pre-season. Encouraged. Yeah, we'll just auto select that for now, because a lot of them will be going out on loan. So I'm guessing he's going to end up rejecting me now if he wants to stay, which is a shame because he's doing a great signing. Yeah, he's going to end up rejecting me now. Clark has gone to Girona. Good luck though. 10 years agreed. Barely on international duty. Interesting. Extremely interesting. He said he wanted to stay, and yeah, he's agreed. He's agreed to join the mighty Villa. Goodbye, Mings. You were very useful for a long period of time. I hope you enjoy your new adventure. Cons are developing concerns. Wait till you see what I'm bringing in, son. 78. Got another potential. More money to come in. Yeah, we'll be fine. Be absolutely fine. Interesting. Unspecified. But we'll either. Goodbye, Watkins. That's a shame. I liked you until that point. See if we can get the new signings over the line. All in one episode. There we are. wants to stay, ended up deciding to come anyway. But yeah, we'll leave it there. I think we'll confirm it anyway, and then we'll leave it there. Let's get these ones out, and that's pretty much the summer we've gone with. We've got a lot of squad players that we've cut down, and we've signed 2 world-class players. Well, in my opinion, anyway. We should be very happy with the business we've done. We've spent very big this summer, but again, we're now at the Champions League again, so you're kind of at the level that you need to do stuff like that. No. Huh. I remember when I tried to sign you as a free. That's not gone well for you, has it? Feeney's off to Lask. Not a lot of instant money though. But the hero of the first season. Hope he does well though. A very interesting place to end it, at least I offer. 2 world-class midfielders in. I think you're going to have to push the boat out. I think if you want and you pay the clause. And if you don't want to pay the clause, I don't feel forced into selling right now. No, still don't want to pay it. You're getting closer though, aren't you? Pearly appearances. 48 million, 30% of next sell on. I'll accept, but I cannot see him agreeing. And on that, we will end this recruitment special. I hope you've got a bit of insight into how I kind of conduct my recruitment and what I kind of do involving the spreadsheet and my filters. I will put a link to the filters and potentially the spreadsheet again in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time.